Hello, my name's Anthony McGowan, and I'm so delighted that my book, Dogs of the Deadlands, has been shortlisted for the amazing Spark Schools Book Award. It's a really great moment for me because being a writer is not a terrible job, but still most of my life is spent in a room typing by myself. And so it's great to have these chances to suddenly connect with those readers. So thank you so much for that. So Dogs of the Deadlands, what's it about? Well, it begins on a particular night in April in 1986, where a little girl called Natasha, she gets given a puppy, a beautiful white fluffy Samoyed puppy for her 6th birthday. And she, maybe some of you did something similar, if you got a puppy, she sneaks into her bed on that very first night. And she has one perfect night of happiness with her little dog. But in the early hours of that morning, the local nuclear power plant, a place called Chernobyl, blows up. And because of the radiation from that explosion, all the people from the local area have to be evacuated. And so her and her family are moved out, but they're not allowed to bring their pets with them. So she's got to leave her new little puppy behind. It's a heartbreaking moment. And from that point on, the book follows both their stories. The story of Natasha, what happens to her in her life, but mainly focuses on Zoya, the dog, how somehow Zoya manages to survive in the new wilderness. Because what happened when the people moved out of that area around Chernobyl, which is now in the Ukraine, the animals and the wilderness began to move back in. So somehow Zoya survives. She has puppies of her own. And the book is largely about their struggles to survive in this incredibly dangerous environment full of predators like lynx, which is a big wild cat, and bears and wolves, as well as kind of big herbivores, bison and moose and wild horses. So it's a kind of an adventure story about those animals and their struggles, whilst also following what happens to Natasha, who's trying to heal this hole in her heart left by the departure of her puppy. So I'm going to read you a short extract now. So it's when Zoya, Natasha's puppy, has grown up, had her own puppies, who are called Bratan and Misha, and two brothers, and they've got a little kind of den, and they see in the distance coming towards them a wolf, a rather beautiful she-wolf with a cross on her face. And the puppies are kind of excited but also fearful. And so this is about their first encounter with a wolf. Misha felt the joy rise inside him. Apart from the baby bear, he'd only ever played with Bratan, his brother. Their mother was not a dog for games. But now here was this strange, alluring, beautiful thing to wrestle and chase. He sprang up and, ignoring his brother's bark, "No!" he scampered towards Crossface. She smiled at him, her tongue lolling, her lips wide and welcoming. A metre away, he slid to the ground in the compacted snow, mirroring her body language. In a second, they would both be tussling and rolling in that snow. But just before he got to her, he noticed again her latent power, how much she exceeded his own weight and bulk, how the iron cords of sinew ran along the line of her jaw, how intense and cruel shone the yellow light of her almond eyes. And in that moment, Misha realised that he was dead. So that's me, Anthony McGowan, and my book, Dogs of the Deadlands. I really hope you read it and enjoy it. It's got some, I think, exciting parts. Hopefully you'll be frightened in parts of it. It's got some sad parts. You might even cry. But it's also got at the end a kind of a happy ending. There's a sort of a resolution in there. So thank you for listening. I do hope you read and enjoy my book and the other amazing books on the shortlist. So thanks very much and goodbye.